For the top 5 starters from Junior Motorsports, they won the last 2 races on the road. We talk about Connor Zilich at Watkins Glen. In October, Sam Mayer driving the 1 car for JRM delivered at the Roval. It's time to go green at Circuit of the Americas. Front row, Zilich and Chastain. Off we go in Austin, Texas.
There you see it, they're already fanning out. Protecting on the inside for Zilich there for William Byron, but you see a lot of cars 3 wide as they exit out of turn 1.
Yeah, and as they exit off of the racetrack, that's normal. Don't be taken back by cars running over the curbs. That's what these cars do every single weekend. They try to minimize or make the track as wide as possible, and Connor did a great job. We talked about him maybe overshooting that turn. It looked to me like he did it with perfection.
Opening stage is 20 laps. Second stage also will be 20 laps. Final stage of the day will be 25. Strategy going to be an enormous part of the game. You don't have to pit to get fuel within any of these stages because everybody can go at least close to 30 laps.
Oh!
But they will pit early as they play the strategy game and try to gain that track position. 48-19 getting together. Riley Herbst in the 1948, the rookie Nick Sanchez.
Might have had a little help here.
Yeah, might have had a little help from Jeb Burton in the 27. I would tell you that Carson opened up his entry on that.
Yep.
Jeb probably doesn't want to make contact right there, but you're kind of out of control on both sides of that. And unfortunately, it put Carson Hocevar hard into the outside barrier.
Front row, just like the start of the race. Connor Zilich, white 88. Inside of the white and green, number 9, Ross Chastain.
Green flag, green flag.
It almost looked like Ross got a little bit of a run on the exit. Zilich waited till that line to accelerate. Ross got a little bit of a run on him, but he's not in the preferred position right here. The 88 is going to have a little shorter line. We'll run him. Well, he's pretty fair.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fair on exit as Ross is able to hang on and actually get the lead. This is going to be really. Oh, the 88
outside.
Back to the outside. That was such a powerful move.
Looking for respect. These two are showing it, but they're doing it in typical stock car racing on a road course. Look how beat up that 16 car is of Christian Eckes. It is dented everywhere. We're only 12 laps in this race. Oh, as he hops over the curb. These two have run into each other 3 or 4 times, but they've kept it respectful. I think that might go out the window here as they lose those positions to Taylor Gray. Man, they have been in an absolute battle royale the last 2 or 3 laps, just knocking into each other every available option.
This is a game
and
plan
then you see William Sawalich. Yeah, William Sawalich making his stop. It was interesting because before he made that stop, a couple of laps before, he did report that he felt like he had a left front tire going down and coming apart. They told him to stay on the racetrack, and it looks like we have the 35 stuck on the racetrack.
Yeah, that's Baltazar Leguizamon, who's making his first ever start in the Xfinity Series, and the caution is out for the 2nd time today.
They obviously have a lot of speed in their pocket, so they can drive back to the field, as you mentioned. It sounds like they missed it by 9/10 of a second, apparently, to get there in time. And it really was going to be a massive advantage over Chastain and Heim and Mayer, who didn't pit
before we went green, and that is this place is wild, unpredictable. It throws you curveballs. It deals you wild cards. For William Byron, it's his 3rd career stage win on a road course.
But it's not over. If you're William Byron or Ross Chastain, you know that Zilich is fast enough that if he doesn't have an issue, doesn't get caught up in a wreck, that he's going to get back up there. There's plenty of racing left. But it has opened the game up a little bit for these guys to eliminate him. And there was a lot of discussion as we walked through the garage today. Everybody just kept saying Connor's name.
How much did I, like, was it there for a while and I just didn't see it? Honestly, you were probably so close to it, you're probably going underneath it from your view.
Yeah, NASCAR sent me a picture. I mean, it's about a tie.
That's frustrating.
It's the start of stage 2. Here come the drivers through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
One thing right here, Taylor Gray's kind of been up front all race long. As you see him just barely outbrake Jesse Love, who's not in the preferred position, but it's going to get a pretty good run on the outside. It's just so hard to put the power down because you're going downhill right there as you see Taylor's able to drive out.
Last year's Rookie of the Year, racing against one of this year's contenders for that honor. They are side by side up the hill and into turn 1. Crossover move in front of Herbst. Look at Love in the 2. He will go to the point at COTA.
Yeah, and I got to think that Jesse Love saw that same move from Shane Van Gisbergen last year. Just kind of caught everybody off guard last year when Shane did that.
Of course, because there will be so many cycles, whether it's accidents, cautions, whatever, and you will have a chance. Dean Thompson was in the top 10 for the restart. The rookie that had the great run to start the year at Daytona, driving for Sam Hunt. He goes around. We stay green here at COTA. In 6A, I mean, there was an incident ultimately that brought it out. Jeremy Clement's able to drive away, but you see the tire barrier coming apart just a bit. Safety officials want to button that up before we go back green.
Kept it clean, too. Just the Goodyear rubbed off on the left side, but overall pretty clean as we see the 16 Christian Eckes. Now, that car is not clean whatsoever. That happened really early on. Now he's got more on there, and that right front is really beat up at him.
Front row for the restart is going to be Jesse Love, Riley Herbst. Here they are in the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone off of turn 20.
And Jesse Love there tried to get a better run than we saw Zilich got earlier, and it just didn't work. He couldn't get the power down out of turn 20. It's so tough, and Herbst was able to get a big run on him. Even Carson Quapple down here at the inside. He's getting swamped from the outside, and Taylor Gray as well. He's going to clear him and take it.
See a good battle right here as the #1 Bass Pro Shops car gets to the inside of Jesse Love, and Quapple's been really good off of turn 20. Oh, as he overshoots the corner a little bit, not able to get it slowed down, and Jesse's going to go back to the inside.
The guys running 3rd and 4th right now.
Watch. Yeah, just he had the front end bouncing, the left front's in the air right there. Keep an eye out for Sam Mayer getting spun around. There he is. Sammy Smith got into him. They were almost 4 wide at that point. It just gets so congested down in there. You think you enter so much racetrack and then you just don't have it, and that's where the 7 got his damage.
19 Riley Herbst, 9 of Ross Chastain.
Wow. Hey, you just can't do that at the end of this race. You got to get what you can, but you can't speed at this point in the race, and those guys need to know better than that.
Justin Allgaier going to stay on the lead lap off of turn 20 and back to the green and white checkered flag. Congratulations, Harrison Burton, who is the winner. Stage 2 in Austin is Carson Quapple. He's the control car, takes the inside lane to his right. Daytona 500 champion and Xfinity champion William Byron. Here we go through the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone. We're green again at Circuit of the Americas.
Yeah, and I like that he's protecting already. It looks like Zilich is pushing him down into turn 1 as he's going to try to get to the inside. You think you're low enough, but you're not.
You're not. There's
it's wide.
And it opens the door for Austin Hill, who's going to dive through to the top spot. 21, right place, right time, and Corey Heim coming with him in the 24.
As you see, he opens up that corner. Zilich trying to work his way to the inside.
Right side bumper, right side bumper. Still there, right side. Now in line with you. With you tight. Looking left. Left side, left side.
Oh, it's a hip check.
Right here.
And look at the damage. Yep, right front. 88 Connor Zilich.
Yeah, Parker, you just got to wonder. You made it through the entire field without getting damage, and now you're there.
It's overly aggressive. You lose so much time getting side by side here that second that happens, if Carson Quapple isn't able to get it done quickly, Zilich will be right there on their rear bumpers.
And we've got to
get he locks up that right front.
Don't do that too much.
He's just pushing so hard right now, and you reference this, Parker.
Patience.
He oversped the corner a little bit.
Careful, that lock up.
Oh, he's inside of him right now.
The door's open. Back to the start-finish line. 9 laps to go.
Oh, it's rubbing, though, already. Look at that.
Connor Zilich smoking, but trying to take over the race lead. Top of the hill, turn 1, 88, back on point at COTA.
He's going to try the crossover move. We see this often in turn 1, but he's not quite beside him. Zilich to the lead in turn 2.
You see right here, Quapple getting to the inside of him. This is in that new section, turn 6. He's on the brakes. There's going to be a little bit of contact. It's super narrow through there off camber. You see the pavement color actually changes, and the grip right there on that white asphalt, not near as good. And it's such a different race now for Connor. He's looking in his mirror. He's going to take it easy through these S's, not cut too much off. And he's got a 4.5-second gap now on William Byron. In all fairness, he's picking up pace, and the other guys are starting to lose it. I know we're telling him to take it easy.
And he's in the 6th spot, doing exactly what he needed to do today.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be happy with a top 10 finish. He was really beating himself up yesterday in practice and qualifying, getting help from A.J. Allmendinger. He said he went back, studied. I said, well, where do you need to be better? And he looked at me and laughed. He said, everywhere. I need to be better every part of this racetrack. But he was happy with his car, and I think he's going to be happy right here with the top 10.
His lap times are dramatically slowed down. He got the message. He had a 4.5-second lead. He's let William Byron cut 2 seconds out of that almost, but he still has a 2.7-second lead as Taylor Gray and Jesse Love go side by side to turn 1. Jesse he'll have the inside into turn 2.
Taylor Gray is telling Jesse Love, you better be glad I'm saving fuel.
This season, all about what he does on Saturdays. Off of turn 20, Connor Zilisch is a road warrior. Second career victory for the driver out of Mooresville, North Carolina, comes at Circuit of the Americas.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. Way to go, way to go.
Congrats, Connor, man. Awesome job today, bud.